Let's talk about Vanguard, probably the second easiest class in terms of coming up with a build order. I don't exactly just go trademark passive on him, but it's pretty close. Anyway, power-wise, we've got incendiary ammo, that's just like on Soldier. Rank 1, you can see 20% damage over 3 seconds. To organic health, it's actually instant to armor. And then if against synthetic health, it's got a 0.25x multiplier, so that would only be like 5%. Now you got cryo ammo just like on the Soldier. Trademark is Biotic Charge. Does exactly what it sounds like. You pick a target and fling yourself at him and hit him. Recharge time is 6 seconds. Range 40 meters, that's practically the size of any map, so you have a bigger problem with intervening objects preventing charge. And then rank 1 force 350. Shockwave and pole we'll get to later. Assault Masteries are passive. Basically it's a cooldown passive plus a little bit of weapon damage and health plus Paragon Renegade. You also start with 1 point in your bonus power. I usually take Slam to start with. The other good one is Stasis. We'll talk more about them at the end. Anyway, if you import a level 50 character from Mass Effect 1, you'll start at level 3, so you'll have 4 points to play with, in addition to the initial points. We'll go look at Biotic Charge here. We'll note that at rank 1 it doesn't restore any shields, but you level up to rank 2 and you get 50% shields each time you charge, so go ahead and you want to purchase rank 2 right away. So there's 2 points down, we have 2 left. I like to just put 1 in Assault Mastery for the 3% cooldown bonus, and then we'll have an extra point sitting around. By the time you do Professor around rank 5, you'll have another 4 points plus your bank point. If you want to spend it, what I like to do is go ahead and keep leveling up Charge to rank 3. Then you see your shield strength went up to 75% of max shields, and then impact force up to 750 newtons. And then you can go ahead and also level up incendiary ammo slightly for a little bit more weapon damage. Help with those blood pack enemies on Professor. And anyway, by the time you do Archangel or around level 7, you have 15 total points. What I like to do is go ahead and get your charge leveled up all the way. Your 2 enhanced evolutions of charge are either heavy charge or area charge, and they pretty much do what they sound like, with 1 little bonus in heavy. Area charge gives you an impact radius of 3 meters. In this game, it's not all that useful in my opinion. It's not like third game where you want extra radius to get more combos more frequently. You can't really ragdoll enemies unless they're protection strips. And overall, I just don't think this evolution's all that great. Heavy charge, on the other hand, is pretty good because of this little bonus here, slowing the world around you as you come out of the charge. Basically, you get a little bit of time dilation at the end of charge, which is helpful for positioning, moving around, getting your shots in. So I take that evolution. And since Vanguards come with shotgun training, charge is nice to get into the point blank 100% weapon damage range bonus. And also that time dilation will help you aim. So that's what I'll look like around level 7 on Archangel. From there, you want to go and level up your passive for your cooldown bonus for charge. On Horizon, around level 12, you should be able to get all the way up through the ranks of your passive. I have rank 2 Assault Mastery. You can see the bonuses just incrementally improve. And then at rank 4, your two choices are Destroyer or Champion. Basically Destroyer, kind of like it sounds, more weapon damage. Power recharge is 9%. And you also get a power damage bonus, which isn't all that useful on Vanguard. Champion, on the other hand, has 9% weapon damage but 15% power recharge, and that's the one I usually take. Improved frequency of charge, and also helps with your bonus power spam in between if you need to do that. So go ahead and take Champion. You should also be able to have a point in cryo ammo for Horizon and insta killing husks, so you can put that on your pistol for the tower section or even earlier. Next, basically, you'll be running through Ilium or doing side missions. What you want to do is level up Incendiary so that you can get to Inferno for better organic CC and damage. You could take Squad, but I typically find Inferno's more useful on Soldier or Vanguard, so go ahead and grab that. And this is what you should look like at level 16 if you choose to do Disabled Cruiser that early. See that pretty much all of our core powers are leveled up. Now we just need to figure out where we want to go from there. There's two different schools of thought on that. You could level up Cryo right away, get to Squad Cryo ammo, which is a pretty good idea. You'll have a Squad ammo power that gives you a little bit of CC, which Vanguard doesn't have much of. Or you can go into Shockwave, which is okay. I don't really use that power much, but you have to invest in it on Vanguard to unlock Pole, which is somewhat helpful. But the utility of Pole is going to depend on whether or not you transitioned out of Slam into Stasis or not. If you've kept Slam, then you don't really need Pole, because Slam's going to provide most of the function of Pole as a quick single target CC power. If you have Stasis, you might want Pole to do that. And you're not really going to get multi-target CC with Pole on a Vanguard because you don't have enough points to invest. At least not in a typical build. So I prefer to go the cryo ammo route, so by level 20 you should be able to get Squad Cryo ammo here. Improved is okay, but not great. Basically it just improves your freeze duration, which in the most cases it doesn't help because targets will be killed by then. Go with Squad. Squad is so much better for things like Reaper IFF and other melee creature missions. So after that you can start working on Shockwave. Now Shockwave's a biotic power and it's got the vanilla biotic multipliers, which is 1.5x to barriers. Basically this makes a series of little waves in front of you. The problem with it is it's kind of hard to hit enemies, especially at low level. Recharge times 6, Shockwave's 8. Each one hits in a 1.5 meter radius, which is why it's hard to hit targets. Propagation's relatively slow, so it's easy for them to just walk somewhere else. And force is 300 newtons. But you gotta get rank 2 to get Pole, so go ahead and start putting points in it. Basically what I do is just get to rank 2 and then I start dumping points in Pole. So by level 30 you can have rank 3 Pole. And then you'd have 1 point stasis. And you'd use Pole for just mooks if you need single target CC or warp bomb setup, and then stasis for targets like Emirs or Scions. So that was pretty easy to get through. Vanguard, I mean, nearly every build is going to rely on charge, unless you're doing a hipster build, but if you're doing a hipster build, you're probably going to come up with your own progression and figure out what you want to do. But this is more or less what I do on a Vanguard that has stasis anyway. This character I actually left on Slam the whole game, and I had Slam up to 3, and I didn't really use Pole. Just for completion's sake, we'll look more at Shockwave. You notice that the impact radius of rank 2 is 2 meters, and then rank 3 it's up to 2.5. At rank 4 you can choose between Heavy Shockwave or Improved Shockwave. Improved's better because it increases the radius. So if you just want to do something like the lazy Vanguard build, then you probably want to Improve. But that's that. I mean, Vanguard, you start out with shotgun, SMG, and pistol training. So when you get to Cruiser, you can either add on snipers, assault rifles, or go to the Claymore. If you're good at reload canceling, the Claymore is going to be the best choice. If you struggle with that, then you probably want either snipers or assault rifles. I actually prefer snipers on them, which is kind of a strange choice, but you can use the Viper, which is very good with Inferno ammo. So Viper, Vanguard. If you've got the Matic, you might want to take assault rifles. But if you don't have the Matic, I'd really recommend the sniper rifles. One of the reasons is it lets you defense strip and weaken a group of enemies from range, and then you can charge in, finish them off with either SMGs or shotguns. So that's the main build. Just briefly on bonus powers. Whoops, advanced research. So like I said, I start the game with Slam, 3-second cooldown, Warp Bomb Primer. Helps fill in your skill set early game when you can't really charge everything. Also helps on Professor, so you can deal with those pesky Vorchas on ledges. AP ammo not helpful. You've already got the 2 best ammo powers in the game. Your 3 protection powers are still not good. They're not good on any character, they're not good on Vanguard. Reeve's not bad, but it's the same deal as it is on every class. It'll dominate your cooldowns, and you really turn into a Reeve character instead of a normal Vanguard. If you wanted just a variant Vanguard without charge, then it's a decent choice. Same with Energy Drain, it's kind of like Reeve, but for synthetics, you know how it works. Tech Guard with Energy Drain might be interesting, but it's not going to use charges frequently, most likely. Dominate, Hipster, in my opinion. Shock, Tech Power, kind of like Slam, except it doesn't set up warp bombs. Shredder ammo, warp ammo, not too great. Might take warp for some kind of narrative reasons, I don't know. Inferno Grenade, I don't care for. If I'm going to take a grenade, it would be Flashbang. And then Stasis is probably the best choice overall on Vanguard. As Vanguard, you're great against mooks and you're not the best against mini-bosses. And Stasis with the damage glitch allows you to do a lot more damage to like Amirs and Scions. Pretty much covers your only weakness as a Vanguard. So I take that, consider switching it by Horizon so that you can deal with the Scions there. That's about it for bonus powers. Armor-wise, Vanguard's one of the 2 classes I'd try to aim for a shield bonus armor early in game, and then you can switch out for melee boost pads when you unlock them, and possibly weapon damage. The Storm boost legs are nice. Relatively nice early game, but once you can charge frequently, you don't really need them as much. So that is it for Vanguard. Not a lot to say. There's about 1 million Vanguard videos on the internet. I think I only have Strange Vanguard for Mass Effect 2. The AR Vanguard, where I modded it to only have ARs and pistols. So I don't know, if somebody wants to see a typical Vanguard on some mission, they can suggest a mission. Anyway, we'll get to the other classes in a bit.